you've ever had a huge pimple just before an important event, please hit that subscribe button, share, like, comment, and do all those good things which actually make this channel grow. Remember guys, it's an interactive channel, and please, by all means, comment below. For those of you who are new on this channel, my name is Davin Lim. I'm a board certified laser and aesthetic dermatologist. So let's get into this video, and it's basically what's new for 2019 and beyond. 2018 had a really good year in regards to things. I'll recap my year in a very short video right at the end, so you'll see some really nice stuff which you haven't seen on YouTube before. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, I keep going on about the gram because it's much easier doing a content series and educating through Instagram. But certainly these longer videos on YouTube can certainly be a reference point for more in-depth videos. For example, like the ABCs of skincare. So for things like fillers, skin rejuvenation, acne scarring, I can go really in-depth on YouTube. But certainly that 1 minute snippet or that 1 minute feed you can read in just under a minute actually adds to your education. So that's on Instagram, and certainly if you're not following me there, go ahead, have a look. If you like, follow. Okay, so let's get into this video. So when it comes to skincare, what's new for 2018-2019? Basically, every single day there's at least a couple of dozen new companies would hit the market, yeah? And they hit the market with a lot of marketing and a lot of hype. What's really refreshing, I think, over the last, at least for the last 6 months, is no-nonsense products made by colleagues of mine. I could say it's made by dermatologists for dermatologists, but this would be incorrect. It's made by dermatologists for people who really care about their skin. So this is not a sponsored video. Dr. Sam Bunting, as you know, has got a brilliant moisturizer and cleanser, and she's going to be releasing some products in 2019. I can't wait. She knows we keep a very close eye on her, both Dr. Dre and myself. Yeah. If anything is nonsense out there, I don't think a dermatologist can get away with it, because us colleagues come on our colleagues pretty hard. Yeah, but all credit to her and her team. They've made an excellent cleanser. The moisturizer as well. It's an excellent heavy-based moisturizer, great for dry skin. So I'll review that later on, but just a shout out to her and the team for making good products without any nonsense. Look, I'll breeze through the skincare products, and I'll touch on that in more detail when I go into more reviews for different brands, including Drunk Elephant and all the way up to La Mer. And we'll see what makes the products different compared to, let's say, the low-end things like The Ordinary, the medium-end things like Clinique, Neostrata, and the high-end things like La Mer. Is there any science in this, or basically is all your science in there? Stay tuned, and that's what we're going to discuss in depth in 2019. Now, what other things are out there? What's trending? Nowadays, it's actually home devices. So as you know, the biggest home device nowadays is the NuFace, yeah? So it's been having a lot of reviews and lots of mixed reviews, a lot of people endorsing it. Do I endorse it? Have I contacted the company? Yes, and I've actually asked them, and I'll show you the emails at a later stage, and off the whole email trail of basically me saying, look, I can't do a review based on how I feel about things. It's got to be actually a scientific review. They've declined, okay? So that's all I can say about NuFace, is that they've declined to do a scientific review. But either way, I'm going to buy a couple of devices and do a scientifically based objective review, not a subjective review on their devices. Now, other microcurrent devices, they're all out there. That's trending nowadays. But do they work? I don't know. LED devices are out there as well. Do they work? Do they make your skin feel good? Yes, they do. But do they have any science behind them? The answer is no. Once again, contacted many companies and declined. And I've even tried for at-home hair removal. So I've asked Philips, which is the biggest brand for at-home hair removals, hey, can I do a comparison between your device? Can I, don't give it to me, I'll give it to you back, but can you give me 5 devices to play with for 6 months, and we'll do a split series between a hair removal system, a control, and then your system, and see how this goes over a period of years. The answer from them was absolutely no. So you can just take that answer and go from there. I'll leave it to you guys to decide. Okay, so there are lots of other at-home uses. I won't go through all of those, but when one comes up, I'll certainly review it and review it in depth. Now, when it comes to what's trending in regards to aesthetic dermatology, it's basically this: fillers. So everyone wants low downtime nowadays, like low downtime procedures which actually work. And we're finding new ways to use old fillers. For example, fillers like Sculptra and Radius, that's been with us for many years, for even 2 decades. We're finding new solutions now, hyperdolid solutions, combining this with, so it's all about combination treatments, because we know not one device can actually address all your concerns. So you can't just fill, you can't just have a skill set that actually meets the patient's demands or patient's needs. You actually have many skill sets with many devices, and you have to use many fillers before you get there. So everything from hyaluronic acid fillers, the new things in the market, including things like, in Australia, like Volite by Allergan. So the Juvederm series has now expanded into all of these. And then, like I said, the most important thing is actually find new ways to use old fillers. The reason for that is safety. When a new filler hits the market, you've got to understand this, is that we don't see the side effects until 3 to 4 years down the track. So being conservative, I never want to be the first guy to actually pump that filler in you as a patient. So when you see me, it's always, when it comes to technology like fillers, it's always old technology because of the fact of safety. And it's like the same as taking a drug, because remember, a filler is an implant. So you're actually having an implant underneath your skin, yeah? So the last thing you want to do is say, hey, you know what? I'm going to try this new filler and see what happens. So guys, just be conservative, just be careful, okay? And when you see someone, just make sure they've got the skill sets. So it's not just about filling, it's not just about lasing or lasering, it's not just about surgery. It's about knowing all those skill sets. So you'll see a lot of specialists nowadays, including dermatologists and plastic surgeons, we actually master all those skill sets. To cut, which is to perform surgery, to fill, and to laser. And that way you can address everyone's concerns, including skin texture, tone, and volume. So guys, that is what's new in regards to filling technology. Now, when it comes to devices, everyone wants a low downtime or no downtime procedure. So there are a lot of devices now that actually use 2 wavelengths of lasers, or energy devices. It's been quite established that using radio frequency together with lasers actually give you a better outcome compared to one treatment. So now we know combining different wavelengths, different energy devices, all in the one sitting can actually give you a better outcome. So nowadays we're talking about multiple wavelengths within the one system, and that's where the future is going. Things like Halo laser, which is excellent, it's made by Cyton. We've been using that for years. A non-ablative together with an ablative laser. CO2 laser, the U-Laser MT, excellent laser. It's just down on power when it comes to scar revision, but certainly when it comes to skin rejuvenation, it's a brilliant adjustable laser. So that's where I see laser and energy devices. So 2 new devices which I'll be talking about include Tixel. So Tixel is a non-laser treatment for your skin, which they say will have little or no downtime. So that's certainly something which I'm going to review and see whether it's actually worth your effort in regards to having, let's say, a fractionated CO2 that we know that's been established to have the best collagen remodeling, but with the downtime of 3 or 4 days, compared to Tixel, which is new technology, which they say has very little, if not no downtime, which is not color dependent, unlike PMPO lasers, where it's very color dependent. It's a very racist laser because it actually targets melanin, so the more melanin you have for PMPO lasers, the better the results. So Tixel will be something which I'll be closely looking at, and I hope to actually get this year, and I'll show you the results in the next couple of months. And the second treatment, which has really been on the increase in 2018 and 2019, is plasma, and that's a plasma pen. Several reasons why it's on the increase. Number one, it's a relatively cheap system. So you're paying, anywhere between 5 to 15 to 20,000 at max for even the best systems made by medical companies. So number one, entry level is really cheap, compared to a laser which you're paying about 5 to 6 times more. Number two, don't have much in the way of regulation. So In Australia, at least, when we have some regulations in regards to laser safety, in regards to plasma, it falls under non-laser, which means anyone, including a plumber, or I'm not saying plumbing's a bad profession, I'm just giving you an example, a plumber, a mechanic, a gardener, a hairdresser, anyone can buy the system, even on the internet, and start burning your skin. So at the end of the day, rather than call it burning of the skin, let's say uncontrolled non-photocoagulation. Okay, so that's a big word, uncontrolled, because we don't have the fluence, yeah? So it's non-photo, which means it's not a laser wavelength coagulation. It's basically just producing heat, which causes collagen remodeling, but at an uncontrolled rate. So do I like this technology? The answer is that I don't know. So I'm going to use it this year, cautiously, obviously, and tell you the real answer at the end of this year. Okay, guys? So I hope you've enjoyed that. It's a really, really quick and broad topic in regards to what's new for 2019. Now, I hope you enjoy the next 2 minutes, because it's time lapse of how I do acne scar revision. And as you guys know, that topic is dear to my heart. I revise scars like this. This is just one day's work, by the way. It's just time lapse on a Thursday afternoon. So I hope you realize and appreciate the complexities of scar revision, and you can see that each patient is bespoke.